Joining me today is one of India's most respected legal minds, former Solicitor General of India. He's been amicus in several cases in the Supreme Court, in path-breaking cases, I would say, for more than 35 years. Also in path-breaking landmark court constitutional cases. I welcome on the show Senior Advocate Mr. Ranjit Kumar. Mr. Kumar, as I welcome you on the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for
you,
being with us. I want to begin at the very start. I've been trying to read up on you, but very little is known about your real roots, about, of course, we know where you started and did your college from, but tell us a little bit about your early years, how you got into law.
So, early years, I was born in Varanasi because my mother was from Varanasi and my father was from Bhagalpur. So, my initial years, my father was in a transferable job and the joint family used to live in Bhagalpur. So, I was there also with my mother there. Father would come whenever he had time because he would be posted outside. He was never posted in Bhagalpur.
Okay.
And then later on with the postings, because with the family I moved, so there was a partition in the family in 1960.
Okay.
And after that partition, we left Bhagalpur. And then dad was posted in Bard, then Mukama. So, I attended small schools there. Then father realized that this is not going to help me in my education. So, he put me in a hostel in the Hazaribagh St. Xavier's. So, but then he got posted to Hazaribagh, so I stayed at home in the beginning. And then when he got posted out, I remained in the hostel there. So, Xavier's Hazaribagh was like starting afresh, because before that, wherever I was, 2-3 years, I was in a Hindi medium school. So, I had to start all over from here. So, but I got a double promotion and I joined the second standard straight away.
Lovely.
And in 73, I passed out of Michael's. Then in 74, when the results came out, we had to go to college. At that time, the Rajnarayan movement, the students' movement started in Bihar in a big way.
Yes.
Where students, some 18 students were killed in a firing outside Patna College, Patna University, so to say. So, because of that, everything got closed down. So, Patna was out of the question. Then my father thought, because my mother is from Banaras, we had family in Banaras, so maybe I can join the BHU. But then simultaneously BHU got closed and all the eastern circuit practically was paralyzed. So, the only option was for me was to join at Delhi.
Okay.
So, I joined Delhi Hindu College in 1974 as an economics honor student.
Lovely. Very prestigious.
And thereafter 77 to 80, I did law, and 80 I joined the profession.
What were the initial years like?
Initial years was that I somehow found a zest to work. So, my senior was very happy. My senior was then an advocate practicing here, Mr. BP Singh. So, I had joined his chamber.
What were the initial cases that you did?
Initial cases that I did, I would say that the first case I argued before the Constitution bench was before Justice Pathak's bench of Raghubir Singh versus Union of India, or Union of India versus Raghubir Singh, relating to the Land Acquisition Amendment Act of 1984. The 1894 Act was amended in 1984.
My gosh.
So, to that amendment, the matter was before a Constitution bench. So, I argued that also on behalf of some private landowners.
Yes.
And it was basically an interpretation issue that how it will be followed. So, there were 2-3 conflicting judgments of 2-3 judges. So, that was my first case, as a big case, I would say, to argue before the Constitution bench within about 7 years of practice.
Yes. What have been the impactful cases? I remember the police reforms that you did for children of tender age who were born in prison.
Yeah, so that was an amicus case that was filed by one of the advocates then. Now I don't see him, maybe I hope he's alive. When Mr. R.D. Upadhyay had filed a case in which I was chosen as an amicus curiae, and that was about case where it was of course about prison reforms But what exactly was being said that why should the children of prisoners be required to live in jail with their mothers? Why should they suffer? They have not committed a crime.
True.
The crime is personal to a person.
True.
So if there is nobody in the family, what would happen is that the mother is in jail, the child will be kept with the mother because of tender age.
Yes.
So I said, no, this can't be. So therefore, Chief Justice Anand passed a judgment that it can't be. You will have to keep them in open jails, where the child can get education, get to see the free world, and there can be he should not be living in an atmosphere where people around you are all criminals, so that we may grow up to become one.
Yes.
It can have a tendency.
I think that's remarkable, because
that was one part of it, and there was a second part to it, that about how many people who were languishing in jail even after having completed their entire sentence.
Oh.
So that was a very fine experience, to bring about some succor to the children basically, and to aged people living in jail much beyond their terms.
But then what do we say about the judicial system in India? You've spoken about it often. You've also spoken about how there are only 21 judges for our population, I think for a population of per million people. And the 1987 target was 50 judges per million.
Yes.
What do we do for this, sir?
So actually, my understanding of it, and I have written some things on this also, that the infrastructure for the court is to be expended by the state government. The state government keeps this as the last priority.
Okay.
It does not give priority for creating an infrastructure. Only when you have infrastructure that you can have judges. You have to have the entire paraphernalia.
Right.
Judges can't sit alone.
Right.
You will need for them their entire staff,
Right.
their entire infrastructure. You will have to have proper courts.
Yes.
Of course, much water has flown now, and a lot of improvements have happened, and the courts are getting refurbished, and they are virtual, and they have getting digitized, and you are getting computer. You can access any document from any court because papers have been digitized of pending cases. So things are better. But for the appointment, you have to increase the number of people to be appointed.
You've been an amicus in environment matters.
Yes.
In unauthorized.
Mostly in environment matters.
In environment matters.
Mostly.
In fact, I remember once the Supreme Court also said, the bench said that you should be given 50 lakh rupees, and you refused it by the Delhi government.
Of course, rightly so, because you see, I said let the juniors be given because they need it. I said I have been at it. If I wanted it, I should have got it that time when I may I have needed it. At this stage in 2019-20,
Yes.
I said I don't want it. It will not be a good reflection on me that for all these years. So, like I was appointed first for the quiet flow. The Maili Yamuna was a article written in the Hindustan Times by one Bula Devi.
Okay.
On that article, Justice Kuldeep Singh took suo moto action and appointed me as amicus.
Okay.
That as to how we can have the cleaning of Yamuna.
Okay.
So the sewage treatment plants that started coming up with the help of the court orders.
Okay.
It started only thereafter.
Okay.
Delhi didn't have sewage treatment plants as such. There was some small infrastructure, but not about all around Delhi, because you had industrial associations, etc., industrial areas. The second part of it was that in the MC Mehta case, the MC Mehta had filed a petition about the pollution in Delhi because of dangerous and heavy industries. Now the master plan, which was at that point of time available, which was called Master Plan 2001, which came out sometime in the early 80s. I don't remember the date exactly now. that provided that heavy industries and dangerous, so to say, they will be shifted out of Delhi and they will not remain in Delhi. So finally we got a judgment of almost 1100 industries were taken out of Delhi.
Okay.
And in fact the land which was to be left after the industries had gone, the court allowed them an extra FAR.
Okay.
That you build your commercial thing, no problem.
Yes.
But these industries, it was called obnoxious and heavy industrial industries. So they were all shifted out, and in fact the states where they were to be given, like people went to Himachal, Rajasthan, other places where they shifted, they were, by court order, they were given certain incentives to go there. And even the workmen were protected. That if the workman is willing to go there, let him go there.
Okay.
But
But if this it's remarkable this happened, and yet I want to come to a question which you might not be directly involved in, but the air pollution in Delhi. Toxic as it is, I think this is one case you should be involved in. What can be done in this
No,
case?
so in the toxic case, let me tell you, you see, there, according to me, people are, this is my personal opinion,
Yes.
people are passing on the buck to something different as to what is the cause. Like people will say stubble burning, so
Correct.
therefore it happens in October, November,
Correct.
etc.
Yes.
But there are much more problems, and the last time the matter came, I appeared on my own as an officer of the court, and I told the Chief Justice that I want to bring some things to your notice. So one of the things which is most important and which most people have glossed over, there are almost 15 to 20 thermal plants, and coal-based plants, including thermal plants.
Okay.
And they don't have proper air pollution devices for sulfur dioxide.
Oh.
Now they are within the NCR region. Now in 2015, the Government of India Environment Ministry issued a notification that you have to have that apparatus, I am forgetting the name, it has a slightly longish name,
Right.
to make sure that the sulfur dioxide gets treated and the air pollution doesn't happen.
Okay.
And they were given time of 2 years.
Right.
These people came that this will require investment, this, that, etc. It got extended to 2020.
Right.
Thereafter, again exempted and again granted up to 2022. Now it has gone to 2027. And there are 3 categories, A, B, C categories of industries, meaning A is the national capital region, which requires it more. The C category can do it up to 2029. So like if your notification has not been given effect to, it's a very serious matter.
It's very serious.
Because you have prescribed the standard of emission
Yes.
for coal-based plants within the rules, within the schedule to the environment protection rules, and you are not enforcing it. So you are passing on the buck.
That's true.
Most people don't know about it.
And this is contempt.
And in the sense that I don't know whether it is contempt really, because of the fact that the government has chosen because the power plants must have brought to their notice what kind of, there may be requirement of a heavy infrastructure, maybe some plant may have to close down for some time
Yes,
to
of course.
get into it.
Yes. I think all the governments are passing the buck, whether it's the Delhi government,
Yeah,
whether it's the
that's what I'm trying to say.
there's always a tick for tat that's happening.
Yes, so it's not done.
just
You are
not
still playing with the life of a citizen. My Article 21 right to live
Yes.
is being affected. Even when I was doing this sealing matters, because I was saying that there should be no commercial activity in residential areas.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we got sealing orders. Then what happened? Parliament made a Delhi Special Provisions Act in 2007, and it temporary act for 1 year, and it is being extended every year since 2007.
But I also want to ask you, there was a case that you did, and you had said that you wanted to be relieved of being an amicus in the case of unauthorized construction in
Same
Delhi.
thing.
Same case.
This is
Because
the
there
one.
was pressure.
So therefore, no pressure.
Okay.
You see, I'll tell you why. There were 3-4 aspects of that MC Mehta matter. One was Aravali mining.
Yes.
One was industrial pollution.
Yes.
there were no designated industrial areas, the kind of thing. Then thirdly, this about the commercialization of residential colonies.
Yes.
So therefore, commercialization also we got stopped sealing orders. Then Parliament passed a law.
Yes.
So and then unauthorized construction means you don't have a plan. You can go to the Babu and get your work done without anybody asking a question. So if the planning, there is a zonal plan,
Yes.
there is an area plan, there is a master plan, there is a requirement of how much you can build,
Yes.
there are building bylaws,
Yes.
etc., etc., everything being flouted. So this was another aspect. So they said, no, we had only taken, the judgment that came was that we were only concerned with commercialization of residential areas and it had nothing to do with unauthorized construction. I showed them the orders. I showed them everything, that this has been considered, report after report
Yes.
of the expert group committee,
Yes.
Burelal's committee was there. But somehow the judgment came against. That was the time when I was offered this 50 lakhs to be as compensation to me, which I refused. Today I'll give you another example apart from this thermal power plant. Vehicular pollution
Yes.
is, according to me, 40% of the pollution today. Why? Anywhere and everywhere on every road, you will find that the free movement of traffic is restricted because people are parking on the road.
Okay.
The roads are not meant for parking.
True, true, true.
They are there. You people who are getting, people should have a situation where they can have a place where the parking of the vehicles can happen, not on the road, because it restricts the free movement of vehicles.
I want to move on to the other cases that you
Please,
have done.
please.
Abrogation of Article 370, remarkable cases that you'd been a part of. The pellet, I remember the pellet guns case. I ask these questions because it becomes very important to understand not only these cases, but also what was possibly your experience about the minds of people in Jammu and Kashmir, keeping in mind today the Red Fort attack, where there have been Kashmiri doctors who've been found as white-collar terrorists to be at the very backbone of these attacks.
So, in my opinions, according to me, what I feel is, I'll first discuss the earlier part
Yes.
about the pellet injuries, etc. That time I was SG.
Yes.
And the court felt that these pellet injuries are being caused and people are being blinded and all that. So I had a detailed discussion with the CRPF who was handling the thing, and they showed me, and I brought the article to that. Really speaking, the pellets were being used only after the tear gas used to happen.
Right.
Then the pellets were used.
Yes.
Now, if you don't disperse,
Yes.
and if you are keep on constantly throwing small stones,
Yes.
now how those small stones got gathered there by that they had all the stones to throw at,
Yes.
and now both sides are human beings. I am not doubting that at all.
Yes.
But you have an intent that I must throw stones and I'll put something to cover my face not to get the tear gas and yet continue. So to discourage them, rubber pellets,
Correct.
it was not anything but rubber pellet. Now, but it may hit the eye, it may affect the eye completely or it may not affect. But it depends on the kind of force with which it goes. So I am not in favor of the fact that somebody's eyes must go away. He is a human being also.
Yes.
So that is one part of it. So that I explained to the court and the court understood. We said that we are only using as much force as is necessary
Yes.
to control.
Yes.
That was our stand completely at that time. And that was as a government council.
Yes.
Now coming to the Red Fort attack which you talk about, you see, if an intellectual person like a doctor, I would call him a well-read man, an intellectual. But if they were to be, kind of pressurized, there are 2-3 factors. It can be pressurized, it can be ideology,
Yes.
it can be somebody ingraining
Yes.
to you that saying all things that are happening negative in India.
Yes.
But if you get into this thing of being coaxed, then that is a problem.
And taking from this, and I also ask about senior advocates who may be your friends or maybe your counterparts. The Delhi riots case hearing is happening in the Supreme Court. We see every hearing start with the elite senior advocates start off by saying that their client who's been in prison, whether it's Umar Khalid has been there for 5 years or Sharjeel Imam for 5 years, is someone who's an engineer or someone who's very well read. How does that matter when that person is a terrorist who's tried to do chakka jam in Delhi, who's tried to say that we want the bottleneck and Assam to be separated from India, who's tried to do a regime change operation in India?
So there are two things to it. What does bail say in these cases, terror cases, under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, UAPA, or otherwise earliest we had the Prevention of Terrorist Act,
Yes.
POTA, so to say,
Ji.
etc. There was this system that there are two conditions to be fulfilled while granting bail. One is that the public prosecutor will be heard before granting, and second, that extended time for charge sheet, etc., is another part of it. The second, that the court would feel and understand that they're not likely to commit any further crime, and that they are not really, on the prima facie case, not involved in the crime. Right?
Yes.
This is the general condition for a bail in such matters. Now, if we are looking at this, look at MACOCA, the Maharashtra Criminal Organized Crime Act.
Yes.
That you don't get bail.
Yes.
You don't get bail. No, you may be there for. So the court has to still judge.
Yes.
And pardon me, I'm sorry, because the hearing is going on, judgment is not delivered. So whatever I'm saying is only for the purpose of understanding the law.
Sure.
And it has nothing to do
Sure.
with whatever hearing is going. I want to give that disclaimer.
Absolutely.
Because it's not, please, I would be the last person
Absolutely.
to in any way, kind of comment on the hearing.
Yes, sir.
But so it is for any individual judge or two judges or a bench to look at the kind of crime, look at the background of the person, look at whether he has had antecedents or not about having committed any crime, and what is the likelihood that being out on bail he can commit another crime. What I am saying is that these considerations, any bench or any matter, I would say,
Yes.
any court, trial court, appellate court, high court, whatever, Supreme Court, these are considerations to be seen. So it's really speaking that I completely agree with Krishna Iyer's ruling that bail is the rule and jail is an exception.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes.
But there are exceptions.
That's right.
That jail is an exception part also includes the what kind of exception. It is not said the bail is only rule.
Yes.
The latter part is not there in that sentence. No.
Yes.
The law is bail is a rule and jail is an exception. When you go to the jail as an exception, you have to decide for yourself, for the judge concerned, that whether an exception is made out or not.
These are cases one decides that bail should not be given.
So therefore you'll have to really, that is why the exception is what is the gravity of the crime.
Yes.
What is the mind of the person?
Yes.
And that's why you ask for whether there are any antecedents.
What would you say for urban naxals? A new phenomenon, but very ingrained in, I've seen professionals, in not doctors, but in colleges you'll find in some places.
I will just repeat myself. The ingraining is the fact that you look at everything in a negative sense.
True.
That's all.
But it's there and it's very dangerous.
Yes. So that's the mind, bent of mind.
Yes.
That's a bent of mind. Whatever may be the good,
Yes.
you will think, no, there is this thing wrong there.
So, in a sense on this, I also want to ask Mr. Kumar about not the urban naxals, but a very strange lobby that's also a part of the judicial system, that's always seeing the negative in the judiciary and besmirching the judiciary also. But in another part of his wonderful chamber and his residence, we'll take a look at another part and be back with him on this. We're in the wonderful park that is also maintained a little bit by Sir and his friends.
Jointly maintained.
Jointly maintained
by,
at his...
people around us in this park. And
yes.
the view. We have views here in Johor Bagh.
Lovely.
So,
at his Johor Bagh residence, and we just come out. Mr. Kumar was also telling us how during COVID you used to be here. Tell us a little bit about that time.
During COVID, I was using this park to walk in the morning because there was no other activity in the whole day.
Right.
And what could one do? So I have this habit of morning walk.
Right.
So I was walking here, and that was sustaining my health, I would say.
Yes.
So I would take about 1 hour of walk. Normally I do 40 minutes.
Right.
But those days you didn't have to do anything, so therefore I took 40 minutes of
I remember from the walk, your friendship with Mr. Jaitley. There was one such walk where you were with him, you rushed him to the hospital. Tell us a little about that friendship and about that time.
You see, I shifted to Kailash Colony in 2002 and Jaitley had moved in some 2 years before that, and he was my neighbor 2 houses away. And Jaitley, of course, I knew him because of our professional relationship.
Right.
As a lawyer. So he would go to the same park where I used to be going.
Okay.
And one thing that most people don't know, that Jaitley didn't know how to drive.
Right, yes.
He couldn't drive a vehicle. So somebody would take him otherwise. So when I came next door, he said, why don't you walk with me? Take me up. So I would take him to the park to walk, and we used to go to this Siri Fort, the opposite Sama Nursing Home on the Siri Fort Road.
Yes, yes.
There is a big park which is now named after him,
right,
as Arun Jaitley Park.
right.
And in that park we used to walk there in the morning, and there was a corner where we all got tea.
Yes.
So we had tea and chit chat, etc.
What was that friendship like, Mr. Kumar?
Friendship means we used to have general chit chat about anything and everything in the world. So if there was something about, he would tell me about court. He would tell me about if he had gone to the house, so about the house. And in fact, when I moved in there, he was a minister in the central government.
Right.
Yeah, he was a cabinet minister, and during Mr. Vajpayee's time. And then, of course, 2004 the government went away. This mishap happened in 2005 when he had a bypass surgery. And we would discuss anything and everything. And then, of course, if he had somebody from Bihar or somebody coming over for dinner, maybe Nitish Babu or somebody, so he would definitely call me. And then some distinguished, I met Mr. Modi for the first time at his house only.
Tell us a little bit about that meeting.
Nothing means, there was no interaction as such, but just introduction and, and happy. And then, of course, during the Gujarat riots cases, I was also appearing for the state government.
Yes.
Before the Supreme Court.
Yes.
So in that sense, he knew me. And I would also go with, Jaitley would say that I am going for election campaign whenever the assembly elections were happening. So he would say, you come with me, we'll have a good time. So I would go with him. So that kind of relation. If I had a party at my place, he would call me. If he had a party at his place, he would call me. So therefore, that kind of
this is
mutual.
Reminiscing of the good times. Nitish Kumar just...
Right now, viewers, the announcement of the new BJP working president has been made, and Bihar's cabinet minister Nitin Naveen has been announced as the new working president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Remember, yesterday we got to know the name of the UP president, BJP president for UP, and it was expected right after that the announcement will be made. And here it is, a name that has come up as a surprise. It was not really in the reckoning. It's a three-time MLA. He's a three-time MLA and Bihar's sitting minister was appointed as the BJP national working president of the BJP. And that's the breaking news we have right now. JP Nadda, remember, has had several extensions given the back-to-back elections, national elections and assembly elections, and it was long pending decision. He is a working president, to be specific, but yes, it is Nitin Nabin of Bihar who has been now officially announced, who has been appointed as the national executive president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's a big update. A name appointed. His appointment has been approved by the BJP's parliamentary board today, and the announcement has been finally made. And that's the breaking news we have right now. He was part of the Yuva Morcha, the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, BJYM, when Anurag Thakur was the president of BJYM. Prakash Singh joins us live on the broadcast from Patna. Prakash, now he's a sitting Bihar minister. It's a name that was not really in the reckoning. You know, BJP has its way of springing up surprises. But how do you read into Nitin Nabin? He is, young comparatively, very, very young, in the history of BJP to be appointed as the working president.
Well, yes, the BJP is known for bringing up surprises. And Nitin Nabin, who is a 5-term MLA and a senior Bihar minister, road construction minister in Bihar, and his position within the BJP has been going up the ladder. And as far as the hierarchy is concerned, when he was appointed as the Prabhari of the Chhattisgarh BJP.
I think we have lost that connection with the Prakash. We'll just reconnect with him because a very important update that he will be now shedding light on, because he's been closely tracking the politics in Bihar. All right. I think he's back with us. Yes, please go ahead, Prakash. Prakash, are you there?
Well, as far as Bihar Vidhan Sabha elections were concerned, he was nominated into the core committee, and now we have been getting to know, we have been hearing for the appointment of the president for quite time past, but Nitin Nabin would have been appointed as a compromise candidate as far as the presidential post is concerned, but he comes across as a very decent person, and maybe the BJP would have found out that quality in him, that he may bring all the sections of the BJP on one platform.
Right.
And second, that in order to promote the youth, galvanize the youth, Nitin Nabin would have been promoted to the presidency.
Right. Prakash, you're on with us. We also have our idea for political affairs, Aishwarya Kapoor, joining us. Aishwarya, well, this is a surprise. The name of Nitin Nabin being appointed as the working president. He is in his 40s, is under 50, and he's a Bihar government minister, cabinet minister. What is the message that is being sent out here? And how do you read into this announcement?
Well, it's a very, very clear message. It is a clear generational change. As far as the BJP is concerned, we've been hearing the Prime Minister and the Home Minister saying that they're looking for a complete generational change. But this is the kind of generational change no one ever thought about. Nitin Nabin, a youngster under 50, for the first time Bharatiya Janata Party choosing an under 50 national president, though he's still being termed as a Karyakari Adhyaksh. But what I am being told, and I am being confirmed by my sources, that on 14th of January, and I repeat, on 14th of January 2026, his name will be announced. And then a 3-month period will be given by the BJP to announce and make him for a national executive to be called. That will take around 3 to 4 months. In the mid-month of April, Nitin Nabin will be the official BJP national president, though today his designation only stands as a Karyakari, as the working president of the BJP. But more or less, it has been decided, and it has been very, very smartly chosen by the BJP top brass. To be very fact, it seems it has a stamp of the Prime Minister, making it very clear about the generational change which he has been talking about for the longest period of time in the BJP. It seems as if BJP is serious. It seems as if the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are very, very serious on this regard, because no one ever thought, and I repeat, no one ever thought that Nitin Nabin, though he himself is a 4-time MLA, a minister, a 2-time minister. His father was a very, very senior BJP leader, and his entry into politics was some sort or the other accidental, because he lost his father, and the day he lost his father, within 48 hours, he was chosen by the BJP to fight the election in Bihar on his seat. So Nitin Naveen, who has worked under Anurag Thakur, as when he was the Yuva Morcha president, has now been appointed as the working national